More than 160 children were killed here on Saturday. The strike hit during the morning session in a primary school in Minab, situated directly next to a major military base belonging to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Today, the search for survivors is over, leaving behind a scene of total destruction. According to Reuters, a U.S. investigation suggests the U.S. itself was likely responsible for the strike.
This attack that hit the girls' school was absolutely devastating. I mean, children, little girls, in the middle of the school day, at the beginning of the school day, being killed in this manner, backpacks with, blood stains on them. This is absolutely horrific. And I think if there's any image that captures the essence of the destruction, despair, and senselessness and cruelty of this conflict, those are the images.
Rescuers on the ground described a scene of astounding cruelty, with children as young as 7 and 8 years old among the victims. The Iranian Red Crescent was among the first to respond, witnessing the immediate aftermath.
It was a brutal and sad incident that was unprecedented in the history of humanity. More than 168 children aged 7, 8, and at most 9.5 years old were martyred.
The search for the victims has ended, but for the families in Minab, the silence left behind is a permanent reminder of their loss.
Mourners gathered for the funeral processions of some of the victims of the U.S.-Israeli strike on a girls' school in southern Iran. At least 180 people were killed in a strike. Most of them children between the ages of 7 and 12.
Just like America, they have their day of remembrance. Guess what? They not going to forget this. Nope. They not going to forget. You understand? Watch this.
Job chapter 11 and verse 20.
So they're remembering it, but the most important thing is that God remembers it too. Right. Watch this.
But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape.
It says the eyes of the wicked are going to fail. When you read the book of Malachi, the first chapter, it lets you know that Esau, Edom, is the border of wickedness. Right.
(9/11) second impact flight 175 NBC live, better quality.
Hey, so everybody remembers where they were when this happened.
Yes.
Some of y'all was in your mama. All right, some of y'all was in your father, his loins. For you youngins, I remember where I was at. I was in middle school, man. Yeah, I was in middle school. I was in homeroom. And it's my history class as well. I would go to homeroom and then stay in there because my history class right next to it.
Yes, sir.
And then next thing I know, my history teacher, he had a weird name. His name was Mr. Zagonk. How do I remember that? Because I remember exactly where I was when this happened.
Yes, sir.
Weird name, but he was cool. Cool.
That's right.
Put on the TV, ABC, and we seen that. I was like, what's this? He's like, somebody hit the World Trade Centers. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm from the South. We don't know that stuff.
At all.
World Trade Center, what is that? He's like, that's a pretty significant monument in America. I was like, oh, word? We didn't give a damn.
At all.
We was in there playing spades. We was chilling. Wow. But then we seen a plane hit the second one. We was like, hey, is this okay? Like, yo, what is going on? Then we was like, hey, we go home early? Everybody was like, yo, what is going on? Then Bush started making his appearances and all of that.
Yeah.
So, hey, everybody for the most part remember where they was at when this took place. All right, so let's play that.
Yes.
It's a little difficult from the air because the buildings kind of shadow the streets, but no doubt a lot of activity on the ground right now.
And in terms of the firefighting capabilities, when you get up to this high level, I assume the firefighters have got to get up there and, fight it from inside. If you're taking a look now, you can see that we've just had another explosion, and that is considerably lower. And is that in the other building? Is that what I'm witnessing?
All right, so let's get the next video right there. So they were covering it, and then the next one hit the second tower.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get this next video. Read that, please.
Watch President George W. Bush's address to the nation after September 11, 2001 attacks.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger.
So you see that? You said when your country gets attacked, it makes you feel sad, disbelief, anger.
Yes, sir.
See that?
Yep.
Play some more.
These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed.
And what did Kamani say? He said, well, if you attack us, we not backing down.
That's right.
So it's the same thing. This America said they not scared. Why the Iranians got to be scared and back down?
Right.
Go ahead.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world.
Stop. You see that? America says they're the brightest beacon for freedom. Brightest. Get it? Brightest.
Yes,
Isaiah 14:4. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. All right, watch this and then jump down to verse 12. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
The king of who?
Babylon.
So this is going into a nation, all right? The king of Babylon. We understand this is that great city today.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
And say, how hath the oppressor ceased?
Read.
The golden city ceased.
Jump down to verse 12.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, who?
O Lucifer.
This is going into the light bearer, okay? Remember he said the brightest beacon of freedom? Remember he said that?
Yes,
Read verse 12 again.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Read.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning. Come on.
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Which the weakest nations. Give me the second video.
Shock, fear, and anger. Bush vows retaliation after hijacked jetliners destroy World Trade Center, set Pentagon ablaze. Planes hit World Trade Center, toppling towers. Thousands fear death. A lone jetline plunges into the Pentagon. The fire burns for hours. Another hijacked plane crashes in rural Pennsylvania.
All right, but go back to the main headline. It says shock, fear, and anger. It says Bush vows retaliation after hijacked jetliners destroyed World Trade Centers. Wow. All right, give me the next video when he's at the school.
President George W. Bush delivers address on 9/11 from Sarasota School.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. I, unfortunately, will be going back to Washington after my remarks. Secretary Broad Page and Lieutenant Governor will take the podium and discuss education. I do want to thank the folks here at Booker Elementary School for their hospitality. Today, we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country. I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and I've ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families and to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act.
You see that thing? It says to hunt down and to find those folks who did those acts. I just want those things to be focused on because America, they believe that they could just go do whatever they want to do.
Right.
And people cannot burn their flag and say death to America because the same thing that happened on American soil, that's what they're doing to these other nations. Remember, America's bombed 8 countries under Trump already.
Damn.
Under this second term, 8 countries already.
Woo.
You understand?
Yes,
but
sir.
just remember, keep that same energy.
Right.
You
Exactly.
understand? Read on.
Come on.
Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence.
All right. Take that down. Give me the next one with Trump. Read that.
Trump remembers 9/11 as the day the U.S. came face to face with pure evil at the Pentagon.
My question is, so what is it called when America goes and kills a school full of schoolgirls? What is it called when they kill the leadership in another country? What is that called?
Evil.
Evil. You understand? Say it with me. Evil. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
Right.
Okay, play that.
On September 11th, 1941. At the time, it was the biggest building ever built. From that moment forward, this structure stood as a monument to American strength, power, and cherished American freedom. Exactly 6 decades later, on September 11th, 2001, those same walls, built with the sweat and muscle, blood of our parents and grandparents, were scarred by flame and shaken by terror as our country came face to face with pure evil. On that fateful day, savage monsters attacked the very symbols of our civilization. Yet here in Virginia and in New York and in the skies over Pennsylvania, Americans did not hesitate. They stood on their feet and they showed the world that we will never yield, we will never bend, we will never give up, and our great American flag will never, ever fail.
So, give me Job chapter 20, I believe is verse 5. Okay, Job chapter 20, verse 5. All right, so that was President Trump's sentiments on 9/11, how it was just the most evil thing that took place. Okay, read that.
Job chapter 20, verse 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Come on.
And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
So this is what you got to understand, family. It says the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is only for a moment. America can only keep getting away with this for so much longer.
Yes, sir.
That's what you have to understand. Was there more on that?
That's right.
All right, give me that in Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. All right, Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. Let's get that.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
You see that? It's going to come a point. It's getting close when America's sins are going to reach the heavens.
That's right.
And you can see what America's on some other stuff.
Yes, sir.
They're over there in Ecuador now. I didn't get the chance to go over there on the war report, but they're over there doing same thing they did in Venezuela.
Damn.
They're in Ecuador now doing that. Okay, read that verse again.
For her sins have reached unto heaven. And God has remembered her iniquities.
God is going to remember the iniquities because every September 11th, every September 11th,
Everyone.
they make everybody remember what happened here, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the Lord is going to do what?
That's right. And God hath remembered her iniquities.
Guess what? Just like you remember 9/11, God's going to remember what you've done.
That's right.
You understand? Right. Now watch this. Y'all remember, give me that in Isaiah 33:7. We've been going over this a lot in regards to diplomacy, right? That's what was taking place. You had America, all right, being diplomatic about the situation in Iran, right? Using diplomacy, saying they're going to work out deals. And then all of a sudden, they just start bombing these people, right? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 7.
Come on.
Behold, their valiant ones shall cry without. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly.
It says the ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. Read.
The highways lie waste. The wayfaring man ceaseth. He hath broken the covenant.
Right, he has broken the covenant. Because they said they was working on a deal, right? And then they just, boom, then they just bomb you.
Damn.
What verse is that?
Verse 8.
Did you finish verse 8?
No, sir.
Finish it.
He have despised the cities.
Come on.
He hath regarded no man.
That's what it is. They don't regard anybody. It's only a tragedy when it's them.
Right. Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. Give me Proverbs chapter 13, verse 17. Okay? Proverbs 13 and verse 17 about that ambassador. Okay? Watch this.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 17.
Come on.
A wicked messenger.
A wicked what?
Messenger.
That's who America is. When it comes to being diplomatic about it, or diplomacy is the word I'm looking for. That's who America is.
Right.
Don't believe anything that they say.
Right.
They are wicked messengers. Because right in between the deal, they'll bomb you.
Yes, sir.
That's what they do.
They will.
Read it again.
A wicked messenger falleth into mischief.
It says, by their wicked deceitful dealings, all right, by their diplomacy, it says they're going to fall into mischief. Read it again.
A wicked messenger falleth into mischief.
Read on.
But a faithful ambassador is health.
Right, but a faithful ambassador is health. That's who we are. We are ambassadors of Christ. Give me that one in Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 5. Is that what it was? 2 Corinthians 5, I believe.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 20. Now, then we are ambassadors for Christ.
You see that? We are ambassadors of Christ. We don't give a damn about what they're doing here. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
That's right.
You understand? Our ambassage, we represent who? We represent Christ.
That's right.
You understand? Read it again.
Now then, we are ambassadors for Christ, as though God did beseech you by us.
Right, that's all I want on that. We are ambassadors for Christ. But they are what? They are wicked messengers.
Right, that's right.
Give me Proverbs 19 and 19.
Come on.
We almost done. Give me Proverbs 19 and 19.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 19.
Come on.
A man of great wrath.
A man of what?
Great wrath.
Give me that in Daniel 8 and 23. It says a man of great wrath.
Come on.
All right. Give me that Daniel 18, 23.
The book of
8
Daniel.
and 23. Read.
Yes, sir. The book of Daniel to the 8 and verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance.
A king of what?
Fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Shall stand up. And that's what we are seeing right now with this regime in America. Isaiah 19 and 4.
Come on.
Watch this. Isaiah 19 and 4. We almost done.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4.
Come on.
And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord.
Right. Remember, these Egyptians, this is the United States of America. Read.
And a fierce king shall rule over them.
Right. And a fierce king shall rule over them. Read.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
So go back to Proverbs 19 and verse 19. Watch this.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 19.
Come on.
A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment.
Read it again.
A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment.
The Bible says a man of great wrath shall suffer punishment.
That's right.
Read.
For if thou deliver him, yet thou must do it again.
So God is letting you know, America, the way it's rolling, they're going to suffer great punishment. Right. They're going to have a great fall. Why? Because they do stuff like this. Right. This is the first strikes right here.
No, that's right.
Pay it close attention. Put it up on the screen. That's why they're going to have punishment.
Yes, sir.
Run it back from the beginning and read the caption.
Yes, sir. Tehran, Iran, 14 June 2025. This is the moment Israel bombed Tehran's Quds Square, killing 18 people, including a pregnant woman and a 16-year-old child. Wow. 8 days later, Israel struck Tehran's Evin prison, killing 80 civilians. The prison holds both political prisoners and ordinary inmates.
Hey, give me the next one. Y'all with the school. Read that. Read it.
Mourners gather for the funeral processions of some of the victims of the U.S.-Israeli strike on a girls' school in southern Iran. At least 180 people were killed in a strike. Most of them children between the ages of 7 and 12.
I want to show the pictures. Go through the pictures. There you go. Come on. Y'all see this right here? Who's responsible? America's responsible for that.
Yep.
Okay. Just like America, they have their day of remembrance. Guess what? They not going to forget this.
Nope. That's right.
They not going to forget. Give me the next video. Come on.
Iran president says Khamenei killing declaration of war against Muslims.
There you go. Meaning, not just Iran, but the whole Muslim world. This is shaking up those Arabs.
Yes, sir.
This is going to shake them up. Next. Come on. Read that.
Iran wants blood as Trump says U.S. can fight forever. What to expect?
So Iran is not backing down. Okay? This could go on. We don't know how long this is going to go on.
Yes, sir.
You understand? This could turn into a short conflict and just like the one back in June 2025. But at the end of the day, they're not going to forget what happened.
That's right.
They're not going to forget. Give me the next one with with the revenge flag. Read that.
Iran-U.S. war. Iran raises red flag of revenge in Guam after Khamenei's death.
Play it.
Breaking news just coming in. Iran has raised the flag of revenge over Jamgon Mosque in Qom. Now, the red flag of Yaltair al-Hussein has been raised above the turquoise dome of the mosque. In Shia tradition, the red flag is a powerful symbol of justice and revenge. The red flag has been previously raised at the mosque after major national tragedies, including the 12-day war with Israel last year, the killing of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in 2024, and IRGC commander Qasem Soleimani in 2020. This is the latest that we are bringing in from Iran right now. Iran has now raised the flag of revenge over the Jamgon Mosque in Qom. Now, this flag is a red color.
All right, you can take that down. Give me the next one. All right, that was with Khamenei that just was killed. Remember, they took out Soleimani. What was that, like 6-7 years ago at this point?
Yes, sir.
All right, read that. Play it.
A Shura revenge flag raised in Qom, Iran for martyr Qasem Soleimani.
They ain't forget about this either. Play that. Alright, so understand, I'm going to cut things short. I'm going to hit y'all with these precepts right here. Alright, give me the book of, give me Job 11 and 20. Give me Nahum and 2nd Ezra. Alright, we're going to end right here. So as you can see, the Iranians, they not forgetting. They're remembering everything that their enemies have done. You understand? Watch this.
Job chapter 11 and verse 20.
So they're remembering it, but the most important thing is that God remembers it too.
Right.
Watch this.
But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape.
It says the eyes of the wicked are going to fail. When you read the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter, it lets you know that Esau, Edom, is the border of wickedness. Right. Read the verse again. Come on.
But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape.
They shall what?
They shall not escape.
They are not going to escape their punishment. Come on.
And their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost.
You see that? Death is in their future. You understand? Give me 2nd Ezra 8, because we've been going over what? A lot of Muslims, right? Yes, sir. I'm going to tie it back to Israel. You understand? At the end of the day, the Muslims, the Arabs, the Persians, that's not God's people.
That's right.
You understand? That pilgrimage to Mecca, God don't care about that.
Right.
But God does care about the pilgrimage of the righteous. Give me 2nd Ezra 8 and 39. Come on.
2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 39. But I will rejoice over the disposition of the righteous.
Read.
And I will remember also their pilgrimage.
God will remember what?
Their pilgrimage.
God will remember our pilgrimage. Read.
Right. And the salvation and the reward that they shall have.
God is going to remember what happened to us.
Come on.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
And he's using them to take out our enemies for what they did to us. Give me Nahum chapter 1 verse 2. We're in right here.
Nahum chapter 1 and verse 2.
Come on.
God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revenges and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
And hey, this has been another episode of Writings on the Wall radio show.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.